This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. Hello, this is Grant Hughes of Grant Hughes Investigates. WishTV has just put out an article that says, source, the investigators have known for years that the Delphi suspect was on the Monon High Bridge the day Abby and Libby were killed. We've known that was something that had come out. It was recently, I think, put in a Fox 59 article. But this is the part that's new. Richard Allen, the man arrested in 2017 double murder of Abigail Williams in Liberty, German, near Delphi, told a state conservation officer he was in the area on the day of the killings, but his report may have been considered unfounded, a police source tells iTeam8. Allen, a 50-year-old resident of Delphi, went to the conservation officer right after the murders on February 13, 2017, and said he was on the Monon High Bridge that afternoon, but didn't see the girls, the source says. Williams and German were dropped off near the bridge on the day of the murders. Their bodies were found the next day. Allen's statement was forgotten until recently, when Indiana State Police became frustrated with the status of the Delphi investigation and asked a group of investigators to look over files related to the case. Investigators believe Allen is the man on the bridge, as I've said many times, in the cell phone video and in sketches released by police, the source tells iTeam8. Allen was recently moved from the White County Jail to state-run facility for his own safety. All right. So anyways, I think this new information does point more into the lone wolf category for sure, because they're not saying that information from Kagan Klein led them to look back at the old files. It was almost a shot in the dark. They were just looking at the old files. They found a reference to Richard Allen, started looking into him, and boom, they are where they are today in the case. So that definitely is a pretty big notch in the favor of the lone wolf killer. The lone wolf killer matches what I thought for 5 years until the Kagan Klein information came out. I originally had thought that the killer in the Delphi case was a person who blends into society, has a wife and kids, is between like 35 and 50, and lived within 15 to 20 miles of Delphi. Well, it turns out he lived right in the town there. That's something that I wasn't really expecting. It seems like somebody like that would have been noticed a long time ago. However, you got to admit the sketches didn't look much like him at all, since they were right next to him all the time, and people didn't question whether or not the sketch was Richard Allen. All right? So that's where we're at now. Of course, we'll be talking about this later in the evening, because I think this does start pointing more towards the lone wolf killer theory. I really did believe that it had to be related to the Kagan Klein information, because the odds of a catfishing account communicating with Libby's phone on the day of the murders and then telling one of Libby's friends that he was supposed to meet her that day, and the only reason he didn't get to meet with her that day is because some other random killer killed her. I mean, that is absolutely incredible to me, yet possible. All right, so thank you very much for watching, and check out the channel later. And please hit the like, share, and subscribe, and become a channel member. Thank you very much, and until next time, be safe out there.